up there. Oh, no, I saw it go down to 41. Sorry, man. Real talk, though, Rogue, Aqua, Gyro, Taroko, this is a great look. I think this is my favorite Rogue roster in a long time. And so, you know what?
Agreed.
I would love to see the upset. Complexity Rogue. It's all you, boys.
Well, Corelli, we've reached the end of the weird train that has been today. It's been a fun one. But we've seen some upsets. We've seen some interesting plays, and all around, we've seen the best of the best in North America. Now, can we see that continue on for Rogue and their new roster? They have probably their toughest matchup yet, coming out of the closed qualifiers for Complexity, a team that's certainly proved themselves in North America. You'd have to think on paper and in game, this is one that they probably win.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's totally logical, and I think most people obviously have gone that way, myself included. But let's not count out Rogue quite yet, because I do think that, you know, there is a lot of good that Rogue has shown us through close quals, and even against some of the top teams, they've been able to keep the scores close, and while maybe the series score in the end isn't the most beautiful thing, there's a lot of good coming out from this Rogue squad. Aqua has been a great asset to this team, and we'll see him get this flip reset here, maybe put one away, as he has been active already. One of the things that you and I, Spaceman, were talking about before we came on air was watching the comms video of Rogue and how talkative Aqua is for being a new guy coming into the league, you know, hyping his team up, yelling when great things are happening, and just talking all the way through the game, calling out everything, even directing some of his teammates. I feel like that's such a powerful thing for a 15-year-old to come into the league with.
Yeah, and if you're familiar with comm videos and the style of Rocket League, do yourself a favor and go watch Rogues, because it's like he's playing a completely different game. The dude is constantly, with small chatter, big moments, always involved in the communication. And the confidence that has to build in someone like Gyro, who really is the IGL for this team now, the person who has to take these young rookies for Aqua and young talent like Taroko, who has been a staple of this Rogue organization for so long. But Gyro is the player, the personality, the mentality that has to get everybody on the same page, and Aqua has been responding. So far in this game, though, nobody has scored just yet. About 2 minutes and 50-some change, plenty of time. It's been a lot of pressure for Complexity, and so far Aqua's met that, but gets bumped off the back wall, and Aqua will try to recover nicely with a bit of boost to give it back to Gyro, who gets a side touch and a swipe towards the corner, but instead, back to midfield we go, so we kind of shivvy and vie for a spot in midfield, and from here, you're looking at Rogue set up nicely for what could be a swing downfield.
Trying to hold on to it, but here comes Raceball off the ceiling. Shot will go on target. Aqua there to clear it away, and a great second touch from Aqua. That's a tough one to deal with for the defense. AJG really does a great job of getting a hold of that one, and Taroko tries to slow down the transition. Still Aqua fighting for it. Just outside the box there of Complexity, and Complexity now will take it to the sky. AJG gets under one, looking for more help. He'll get it from Raceball, and we talk about Complexity and all the great things that they've done so far. A major accomplishment just in the first split of this season of RLCS, and I feel like they have only so much more to grow. Same thing with Rogue, even though I think Rogue is just a seed at this moment. Complexity has certainly sprouted a lot faster, as we alluded to earlier, than I think people expected them to, and they have just adapted to the North American teams, and I think it is, you know, to the benefit of the play style that they have. They're very aggressive. The flip reset, they've got to take advantage of that more than anyone else in North America. It is so strong, and AJG, well, how about that for the flip reset? At least the threat of it is he'll take to the sky, and instead we'll just fake out going for the ball, and Taroko can't get there in time, also getting attacked by other players on Complexity. It's a 1-0 lead.
There's nothing that Complexity hasn't seen yet in the RLCS. They've played, what, every single series against like a top 6 team. They moved into the RLCS having to fight through a gauntlet of NV and G2 and FaZe and SSG and NRG. You take something away with that, and you get quality play like AJG diving across and saving an equalizer from Aqua. But the bright side for Rogue is that this team feels the most complete since First Killer's departure. There's been something missing, and Aqua might be the piece to bring this team back from the brink. So far, they are looking for an open goal in this series. About a minute to go. It's Taroko serving it up nicely, but an easier save. Complexity not missing a beat on defense.
Couple of close shots here from Rogue. Still looking to crack the defense of Complexity. Some decent clears will get Complexity out of harm's way. Aqua will just throw it downfield. Raceball there. 43 seconds left, and AJG not letting Rogue set up. Players were positioned on the wall, and the passing is just about to come through now. Raceball looking for 2. Gyro's got to get there. He does get there, and not the second touch. Another shot will get by the defense as Taroko will clean it up. Now on the dribble, Taroko He go his way, all the way by himself with no boost. What was that pitch from Shad to get it out? Taroko still with nothing in the tank. And finally, Complexity able to clear it away. 15 seconds left, and Rogue got to hold on defensively.
God, I wish we could jump into comms. That's a frustrating engagement for Taroko. Shad putting this one away. Raise Bull last up for Complexity. AJG going to circle in and try to kill this ball in game one. Still kept up. Aqua underneath, but taken away yet again. These quick challenges in transition are so tough to guard. Complexity shut it down, and they absolutely deserve the win in game one. They're lights out on the defensive end, and those diving saves came up huge.
Wow. Yeah, that save from Shad was incredible. And it took a lot more saves from Complexity here than I would have guessed. 8 in their favor there, and 10 shots coming out from Complexity in just a 1-0 game. And I think Rogue was very much in this game. It felt like they had opportunity to tie this game up at least and force overtime.
It's such a drastically different roster, I think, guys. Looking at this Rogue team, I think it's really easy to kind of like get yourself in the, especially like, you know, when you're so dialed into Rocket League the way we, and I'm sure a bunch of you chat heads are, like, you get these ideas in your brain and they're hard to kind of like change. This is a radically different Rogue roster that sometimes I see myself looking at my sheets and I'm thinking the old style. This is a totally different team, and I think they've come to play here. Strong stuff, like you said, just 1-0. Spaceman, what's your analytic takeaway here?
Yeah, the Rogue is still a very flow state heavy team where they get in a rhythm. They're able to score at will. They're very, very good at controlling the pace of the game. But while there were qualities that are similar to when First Killer was on this roster that Aqua certainly has, the one thing they don't have is kind of explosive offense that comes out of nowhere. Like Aqua is very poised at midfield. He's very good at getting it over a defender and maintaining his possessions through initial touches. That's something that's very hard to teach a young talent. But I'm still looking for Rogue to get to kind of that next gear, that level of speed at which the team used to play with when First Killer and Turnturo were here. That is not yet the same, and we shouldn't expect it to be, but when you have Gyro who can command the offense and Aqua who can fill in those slots, Taroko being a third option for this team, and not only that, also a great defender as he just shows you off the kickoff, that's where Rogue thrive. They thrive as a group of three, but it's going to take a heroic effort and really a full team effort to kind of slow down Complexity in this series.
Before you guys go all the way in, just a reminder, 3 other matches are going the beginning of the bracket. Shopify Rebellion dunking on RBG. They're 10 seconds out, winning the second one 6-2. Whole lot of goals there for Shopify Rebellion. The other two matches a little bit closer. So action all over the league. Can't wait to see it all come to a close.
Speaking of action, Rogue looking for their first goal here. Aqua, well, he got Gyro to go there and no one able to connect. And Taroko wanted Gyro again off the back wall, but Gyro just has no boost to work with. So miscommunication will ruin the attack for Rogue, and they'll have to play a bit of defense here to get out. Oh, that's a great pass from Aqua. Still Gyro going to keep this ball. Wanted to flick on. Aqua went for the bump, and no follow-up again from Rogue. The ideas are there, Spaceman. The execution, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, the communication was great in the close calls, but RLCS is a different beast. You have to have that same level of fundamental communication, synergy, that kind of poise that these guys have had so far has not shown up this weekend. Not only that, we've seen a couple of whiffs from Gyro at crucial times in a drive where you kill the play there, you get no extra touch, you get no extension, you can't set up for your teammates. Aqua trying to 1v1 his way out of the corner, but instead it's Complexity who just continue to stall this drive where it starts. And every time it looks like Rogue begin to set up, it's Complexity who very quickly take things away, and they kind of zap the momentum out of Rogue.
And to be fair, Complexity really is a different beast than a lot of teams here in North America when you talk about the speed at which they want to play. And sometimes, I think a lot of times, it makes you uncomfortable. And that's certainly been the case here for Rogue a few moments. Here's Aqua with a flip reset to push it down into the Complexity side. Gyro there to follow up. Taroko was lurking, but a good clear. We'll slow it down for now. A good challenge from Taroko. We'll keep it here for Aqua, who wants to play into the corner. Complexity under fire, but will get the clear away from Razebull.
It's a great touch downfield by AJG just to understand that the pressure through the corner is going to lead way to a potential booming clear. He gets out in front of it, waits for the pass, and here comes Rogue. Gyro on target. Perfect from Gyro. Finally gets the read he'd been looking for.
Great touch here from Aqua. Some space in between Shad. That's a lot. That's a great touch to find just the finesse to keep it away from Shad, but to set up your teammates. And Gyro there to put it home. That's the connection that Rogue want. And they get one on the board here. Their first one of the series, and they're in the lead. Oh, maybe two?
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Well, there you go. The Rogue offense finally comes alive. The kickoff goals are always detrimental, but not when you score them. Gyro, that's about a freebie.
And Darius will almost able to get back. That's a tough one there. But second man on the cheat. When you go out too far wide like that, the other side cheating will take advantage of it. And Rogue on that other side will double up their score.
My focus in this one's really just going to be on Gyro in this entire series, right? Like, how does he facilitate the offense? How does he get it going for someone like Aqua to play up past midfield? Taroko is always going to be the last one back for Rogue. And once he starts to get comfortable as a striker, that's when things begin for the offense. However, it's AJG who's going to get a great ball.
No.
Oh, that's just beautiful from Complexity.
Shad to put it home, but what happened to the defense in Gyro? It was AJG to come across and just throw him out of the way. And even though Shad got bumped, the damage was already done. AJG cleared out the net, and Shad gets credit for their first.
That's that next dimension in offense, right? The offense off ball that Complexity has not only learned but gotten better at after having to play the top 6 in North America. It seems like every single weekend they find small hesitations in the opponents where they can just capitalize on looks like that.
Yeah.
Booming pinch downfield. Taroko was able to meet it from Aqua. But we've traded possessions a couple of times now. Complexity slowing it down. Baits around both. Oh, God. Oh, great save from Taroko to keep this 1-2-1.
Oh, my. Rogue got fooled, but maybe Taroko, can he get around this one? Had boost to work with, but couldn't catch up to the ball. Still Rogue maintaining that 1-goal lead, but maybe not for long. AJG with a redirected save off the post from Aqua. Tries to make a second save, but the follow-up from Racebull is too strong, and we're tied up.
The equalizer comes through as Racebull leads it to AJG, and Aqua tried his hand at things, but just couldn't clear it away. Racebull following up and finishing the play he begun. It's 2-2 tied up in game number 2. We got plenty more to go.
Tough spot there for Aqua. Made a great save, but unfortunately came off the post and directly out to the middle of the box. And what can you do? You're already called upon once. Well, maybe you can dish yourself off to Taroko to put it away. How about that for a response out of Aqua and Rogue? And they're back in the lead.
Just when you think you can overlook Taroko, sometimes he sneaks his way upfield, and a great assist and a setup by Aqua. That's why he's been pushed forward in the offensive game plan for this team. He is so good at facilitating for Taroko as the last option. And Gyro off the kickoff in a 1v1. Gyro trying to hold the reset as long as possible. Here comes Taroko circling through the ceiling. We'll try to careen this one around, but AJG reading it. A demo there, so numbers advantage for Complexity as they try to get out of the orange half and pass midfield for the first time on this first push from kickoff. It's Taroko meeting it in the demo, but no one around for Rogue to clean this one up.
Something interesting about Taroko. It feels like he plays under the ball a lot. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it gives options to Rogue. You see a lot of times they use the point man just to drop the ball down or back, and Taroko does a good job of being there every single time. Here comes Complexity, though, on the attack. Rogue trying to find a way out. Aqua took a beat and will throw it downfield. Now Gyro. He'll look for the back wall. Taroko rotating out. Racebull. Maybe not the touch he wanted. Used all of his boost, and Shad there to bail him out. Rogue happy to not have to go for that as they sit on their 1-goal lead with 10 left.
Yeah, Taroko was the furthest one up, but he's smarter than that to take that challenge. You lose the touch, you lose a counterattack downfield, potentially the lead. Threatening as Complexity put one more. With 1 second to go, you need a bump and one push it down, and they will get it. Rogue tie up the series.
That's good work from Rogue here. And look, like I said before, I picked Complexity in this. I'm going to stand by my pick, but I said earlier, this is a series that I think Rogue can win. They, I think, have a good play style for Complexity. I think this game, they really slowed down the game to not let Complexity have so much control. And that certainly paid off, putting up 3 goals. And being in command for, I think, most of this game is a good sign for Rogue, especially with this new roster.
Really looking at how looking at these shots on goal, it's very, man. I mean, Rogue and Complexity both wind up putting a whole bunch of shots up. Defense looking strong, or the shots just going errant? Because like those are big numbers in the shot category. Corella, you first.
For you're talking about the defense of Rogue?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think the defense of Rogue is doing fine. The biggest thing, though, is that Complexity creates a lot of space by the physical gameplay. I mean, we saw that they were able to punch people off the backboard to let Shad air dribble into the net. That's the biggest thing for Rogue, and that was what was happening against Rogue when they played Space Station as well. It's that physical game has really been their Achilles heel, and you saw it a few times here against Complexity. Some panic saves coming out from Aqua when he's left on the goal line. Granted, he made a great save, but I think overall it's been pretty decent from Rogue. Complexity is a very tricky team to defend against. I think most squads have difficulty against Complexity when they're in the air and on offense.
Yeah, I think that's one of the other things that didn't get spoken about as much with Complexity coming into the region is how they might play differently and how people have a little bit less experience against them. So Shad gonna start this one off hot with a goal for Complexity. Spaceman, I'll leave you with a question. Rogue wins game 2. Can they continue it and win game 3 and 4?
They're going to have to do it in game 3. If they want to win this series, they're going to have to do it here, because once Complexity gets going, we've seen them go to game 5, Champions Field, how many times and win it, how many times in clutch up. I also want to say quickly, every single time F-Dot is here, the team scores, whatever team
true.
it might be. Like, I don't know what kind of magic he has. Stack just transferred that ability from the last time we were here. It's strange.
Truly magical from F-Dot. And maybe some magic here from Gyro. Did he get a touch on it? No, it'll be Aqua who gets credit for it. And we're tied up from Rogue. What in the world happened to the defense of Complexity?
Well, it looked like we had a bit of a team collision, and Gyro, Shat was the only one kind of rotating back. It's one of those, the ball's behind us now. As Raiseball went for the challenge, and unfortunately AJG just went for boost, was out of position. But Taroko off the kickoff will lead way for Rogue. Stead stalls out, gives it to Aqua, the young rookie on his weekend debut in the RLCS. Already Rogue had a strong performance to the close qualifier, went 3-0. Best game differential in their group, but Complexity is a very different beast, Corelli.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said before, I do think Rogue is playing him pretty well at the moment. They try and find a way out of their own end right now. Taroko will push it off his own side while AJG threatening Race Bull, trying to punch people around the net. Aqua still able to get away with it, but Shad will slow him down. Now the big clear comes out from Taroko. Aqua almost got the touch past the defender. Still AJG to push through. Now Shad, can he get over it? He can't. Taroko gets back, and it's been a back and forth game as Aqua will throw one towards the Complexity side.
Some tendencies for Rogue. They're very quick to push up 3 men at a time, and all it takes is one long clear. You're looking at a different ball game. They have to be careful with some of these commits for Complexity. Now it's about corralling this one back down and forcing Rogue to make saves off the backboard. Take boost away from Aqua and Gyro to escape with the ball, as Aqua will get a full tank now. Work on the sidewall. Taroko right there if he needs it, but Aqua almost dives his way and punches it home for a leading goal for Rogue. Instead, it's Complexity who get possession right back, and Shad has escaped up midfield. Looked a little bit dangerous, but right back to Taroko we go.
Yeah, that was a tough ball to deal with for Taroko, and here comes one off the back wall. Taroko again interfering with Race Bull. Aqua pre-jumps this. It'll cost him everything in the tank, but a good job to push it downfield. Gyro with the dunk, and now Taroko, tough to shoot from this angle, and we'll put it on target, but is weak. Gyro with a little fake. Buy some time now for Aqua. Can he take it himself? Running out of boost, gets the dunk, not on target from him. Still tied as we approach halftime. Rogue definitely look a lot more poised in this game, putting up 8 shots so far. The pass back to Aqua is good, but the defense closing it down from Raise Bull. Another shot from Taroko will drop, and Rogue, relentless in their attack, will take the lead.
It's the power of the Fennec, and it's the power of Gyro. The synergy between these teammates. You know it's taken a while, but Taroko, one of the best strikers in all of North America, often overlooked, underappreciated. Aqua gets very physical on the lower right post. Raise Bull can't get off the backboard to meet the ball, and Rogue take advantage of the situation, something they needed to do in game 1. But for Complexity, plenty of time, plenty of chances. They've held on for about 8, 9 shots. They've withered away at the offense, and now it's just about escaping downfield.
Gyro has Aqua on the back wall. Aqua got the read. Unfortunately, he put it wide. And Complexity have not looked the same here in this game, and I think that goes to credit. It gives credit to Rogue for how good they've been on offense. This time, this ball squeaking away. Does Shad have the angle? He does back post. Great placement from Shad, and we're tied up.
If there's time on the clock, Complexity will be aggressive. They will be challenging. And AJG circles back, which leads the lane open to Shad, who puts it where the defense wasn't. It's as simple as that. Rogue couldn't get back in time, and we got ourselves a tie ball game. Calculated as ever for Complexity. They're never going to go down without a fight. And this is how we expected this Game 3 to go. So much on the line for this series as a whole, but the health and wealth of this Complexity roster really lies on this Game 3 if they can get it done. For Rogue, just trying to find more shots and opportunities.
Taroko certainly trying to create that opportunity. A decent pinch here from Aqua. Gyro looking for this one off the ceiling, back to himself. Raceball, though, read that one all the way. It's Complexity try and find a way out. As like I was alluding to, it has not been pretty from Complexity. They've been able to tie up the game, but a lot of favor has been given to Rogue offensively. This time some space for Raceball. The shot is on target. Taroko makes a great save coming off his side wall, or back wall, excuse me. And now down the sideline is able to make some space created for Rogue. Now Shad, it's his turn to go back down the same sideline. Aqua doesn't deal with it properly. Gyro now has to go, and a minute left. We're still tied up.
A couple of missed hits from both teams now as it's been sloppy moving downfield, but Complexity at the moment with a great bounce from Raceball. Looked like he was setting himself up for a double tap. Gyro and Aqua working together. It's the buddy system upfield for Rogue, unfortunately, with very little boost. How do you move upfield and continue this drive? Taroko on the initial hit, can't find it. Shad whips that one. I think someone might have stolen the thumbs off of a bunch of these players because everybody's just missing the ball right now.
Gyro punching Raceball out of the way there in the net. And so for Rogue, the physical play trying to pay off. Aqua looking for space to the left side, switches the field for Taroko. Still looking for more space, and a couple of quality challenges gets Rogue into the corner, but immediately pinched out. 10 seconds left. Taroko has Aqua downfield. He's going to be met by Raceball. Won't get there fast enough. Now Gyro, one last attempt. It's got to be Gyro here, and a pickup from AJG. Now Aqua will take it, as Shad will challenge it. That one surely going to drop. No, AJG still wants to keep it alive. Why not? 0-second goal. Have at it. No, drop down by Gyro, and into overtime we go.
It's only fair that the series might hinge on an OT. And in the opening kickoff, it's Complexity who have the boost. And more than enough time, but a quick takeaway from Taroko. Aqua going to be at midfield. Instead, he will get the call. So the backboard's going to meet it. It's down dangerously. A double commit there from Complexity. And now a chance as Gyro centers yet again on target. Saved away. Taroko back out looking for Gyro. Raceball with a flip to Shad and extended for Complexity. Recovered nicely, stabilized. Raceball instead leaves off to the side. Complexity will have to try yet again.
Great challenge from Gyro. Extra space afforded to Rogue, and Taroko almost finds the angle. Now it's just Aqua back. He's got to make the defensive stop. He's got full boost, and a big whiff there for Complexity. Bails out Rogue, maybe the chance downfield. Gyro's gonna steal it away. 41 seconds, and Rogue take game 3.
All it took was one mistake, and Aqua wins the 50. Gyro meets it immediately at midfield. That's a huge call, and those comms had to have been red hot to get that one out in time. Rogue win the OT. They're up 2-1 in the series. They are one game away from beating Complexity.
And can I just say, I feel like Rogue, that was one of their better games. Despite it being a close scoreline, you look at the shots, 12 shots for Rogue, that's even better. But I just feel like they had the pressure, and they controlled the game, I think, the way Rogue wanted to. And it looked very good from Gyro and Aqua. Obviously, again, I don't think I've really ever seen a poor game from Taroko a lot of times. But for Gyro and Aqua, they were linking up with each other, finding each other downfield. Aqua was a great point man for this Rogue squad, and I think that's what really elevated them to this win here against Complexity in Game 3.
Yeah, you know, I'm very surprised here, to be honest with you. Although, again, I think the thing that I have to keep reminding myself is how different this Rogue roster is. This Complexity team reminder, this is important. Y'all gotta win, otherwise you head home. Space Station Gaming, by the way, does wind up taking their victory above Susquehanna, and so they will move on. Susquehanna will not. Shopify Rebellion is still going on. And then actually Vibrance just takes a dub above G2, just one game. They still have more to play, finishing out the match. And so we're figuring out who's going to be playing tomorrow and the next day. And Complexity, one game away from not making it to tomorrow as well. And so looking here towards the Rogue situation, again, you know, Corelli gave us coming out of the game. Spaceman, does Rogue finish it here, or do we go one more?
I have to think we go to a game 5. Complexity is too good to be put on the back burner like they've done, or like they've had to them, that's English, multiple times where they've forced it to a champions field and they figured it out. I don't see this series ending on Coliseum. However, if Rogue want to do it, they have to do it quickly. They have to do it early.
feel like, especially with the pressure that Rogue's been able to put on, it's certainly within the realm of possibility here for Rogue. I don't know if we got the best complexity in the previous game. Like I said, it might have been more credit to Rogue, but I don't know if complexity played their best there in game 3. And so in game 4, they're going to have to come out rejuvenated here. As Aqua, he has really been a menace. And I think maybe blowing out the expectation that some people had about him. Didn't get as much hype as someone like Daniel, but has performed great in almost every single game for Rogue.
Yeah.
And he's certainly the reason why Rogue is winning this series right now, 2-1.
Well, the demos have quieted down, and it feels like the Rogue offense has realized that. Got a little bit more comfortable with a lot of their aggressive challenges upfield. Letting Gyro move with space, letting Aqua jump up for 50s. It otherwise would seem a little bit risky, but instead it's paid off with some huge wins in the positioning where Complexity have had to read that off the back foot in transition, make a challenge, make a read. Aqua can't get the touch, but a clear from the backboard. Raisebowl will be at midfield. If anyone there is around to center this one out, it could have been a Complexity chance. Instead, we slowed down with Gyro, trying to get around AJG. Will not do it for the moment. Popped up, here comes Taroko, leads it to Gyro. Where is Aqua? Instead, it's killed off by Complexity.
Still Gyro fighting for it here, and Aqua has an opportunity there to dive at it, and Shad lets it go through. Here's Aqua. Good demo from Taroko. Space to work with. Aqua has the challenge. AJG does well enough to catch up to the play. Still scoreless, coming up on 2 minutes here in game 4. Very crucial game, obviously, because a qualifying game, but more importantly for Rogue, or for Complexity, I think a lot of people expected them to win this match. And Rogue has certainly performed better than many would have expected.
Well, the one thing they haven't done well in this series is their boost management has not been efficient. They've been very quick to burn the tank to try to restabilize on a touch, and instead, usually means you can't extend downfield for multiple touches, right? Setting up camp in the offensive third, trying to force the pressure on the goal line, doesn't come out often for Rogue. Aqua with the flip reset, almost burned Shad on the attempt. All the way through as Gyro puts it on target. Aqua can't secure it, and now you got to race downfield. It's up to Raisebowl, and he just dots it. Rogue couldn't get there in time.
And I can't believe while Complexity is under fire in their net, Shad is downfield past halfway, demoing Rogue. And it works out. Brilliant from Shad to go for that demo the second his team, I guess, stabilized for a moment. And that was the reason they scored. Opened up the space for them to move downfield, and Raisebowl happy to put that one away.
And those are the chances that you won't waste if you're Complexity to get a lead, let alone in the stage in this series. Very dangerously as Taroko had no room for error and a better save from AJG, but it's Aqua from the backboard down to Gyro and a great save again. Complexity keeping this one at 1-0. Shad back out to midfield.
Raisebowl plays it to himself. Didn't get the touch I think he wanted. Aqua will call out the clear from Shad, and now into the challenge. Raisebowl just takes it away himself. Taroko tries to get around it. Another demo comes out. Gyro can't put it on target either. Another demo now from Gyro. That's 2 on Complexity.
Oh, Aqua.
Aqua goes a little bit too high, though, into the ceiling. He's got boost here. Surely a solo play from Aqua. Didn't get the pop I think he wanted. And now Gyro just trying to fish for whoever wants to dive at the ball. Taroko, maybe himself, not enough boost. Aqua, can he put it away? Nobody's hitting the ball hard enough for a shot here from Rogue. They have the pressure, just can't put it on target.
They're running out of boost. They can't get any power behind the shot. I mean, to Complexity's credit, they understood the situation. They turtle up in the goal line. They get the job done. But that one is very, very dangerous. AJG will circle back around through the corner, grabs resources, and well, Rogue, how do you get upfield with only 35 in the tank? Aqua gonna bring it to the sidewall. Buy time for Rogue to get back in position. Now you're down Gyro. Taroko is really your last defender back. Here comes Gyro right off spawn. Aqua can't get the bump. Taken away as Complexity are just having their way with Rogue on transition. Raisebowl looking for the bump. Shad the follow-up. No pinches here. The dunks won't go through. Gyro escapes back up midfield. Very little boost, and there's Taroko ready and waiting for the pass, but it circles back down and nothing will go in for Rogue.
Wow, and so many demos coming out from both sides, whether it's traded demos or just single demos. A lot of space opened up with missing players, and Aqua's just bouncing around the Complexity defense, hitting everybody. They are still able to make the clear. Aqua, great first touch, boost to work with here. He might just go the length of the field. Why not? Flip reset is there, but Racebull will turn it away. Taroko needs to win that challenge. This one going back towards the net. Is it wide? It'll go just off the post. And now Rogue need one late. 5 seconds left, and they got to go the length of the field. AJG happy to run out the clock here. Low boost situation for Taroko, and surely AJG drops this one down as Shad will kill it. We go to a game 5.
Complexity don't go quietly. They never have. If they're down in a series, you can almost bet you could put a mortgage on it. They're going to game 5. Every single time they're called upon, they answer. 5 saves for AJG. Corelli, that is the takeaway from me. He had to step up on the goal line, and he kept this one 1-0 for what seemed like 4 minutes.
I feel
Loved
like...
it.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, F-Top.
I really was just going to say that I loved this response here from Complexity. I think, you know, as mobile kind of shows us the high performance out of these guys, I looked at this team and I look at Complexity not really as a control-oriented squad. Like, they're not the fastest team that's always putting up 7, but I don't look at them as the envy choke you out in the late game type guys. But when that's what they need to do, that's what they were able to do. And I think that's the scariest thing. When you see a team, one of the cool things about Rocket League is that playstyle is not a dirty word here. A lot of times in other places it can be. Here you can play fast and win. You can play slow and win. It just depends on how well you play. When you see Rocket League teams able to change their playstyle from game to game, that's when I get frightened. And as we jump into our game 5 here, going to Champions Field, brought to us by X Games Aspen, that's the question I'm asking, is which team is going to be able to change the most? Because it's tough to do, but ultimately I think it's the scariest thing you can do here in this game. And Complexity has been able to do it time and time again. Rogue, that's the question we got to ask them. Can they flip it around and make things happen here? I got to say, I thought Rogue was going to be able to bring it home in game 4. And because they didn't, I'm feeling Complexity.
If Aqua had scored again and F-Dot was still here, I was going to lose it. I was going to lose it, man.
I'm surprised no one scored yet, but hey, can't be right every single time.
It feels like a championship Friday with the way these matches have gone. It's been an incredible start to the RLCS winter split. So many deciding matchups. And now for Complexity going to Champions Field for Rogue in one of their biggest matchups, their biggest testaments as a roster. Can Aqua and company stretch out and make the challenge? Shad doesn't even care. He doesn't care that anyone's around.
He'll just take it himself. Why not? A big whiff comes out from Gyro, and Aqua tries his best to get behind it. By that time, it was too late. It was halfway in the net, and Shad comes through and pushes it home. Complexity 1 for 1. In the first 45 seconds, a dream start here in game 5.
Shad has reached Giga Chad level of Rocket League prowess. Something very few players attain. Well, to do it on Champions Field, you know Complexity is going to be a hard team to beat. For Rogue, playing the same way they've played all series, aggressive, trusting one another, and you have to believe the communication is going to be there, right?
You would hope so. And this is obviously the highest pressure this new Rogue roster has felt. Going up against a team who does not lose to a lot of teams in Rogue's area of the standing. It's tough to break through Complexity, as it is for a lot of the top teams in North America. And right now, Rogue has a great chance to do it, even though they're down by 1, getting to a game 5 and what has been a very good series so far for this new roster. Here's Taroko. He'll put that one top shelf, turned away by AJG. Still the defense holding on for Complexity. Even in all that pressure from Rogue, and a good shot will eventually be turned away. Now this one off the back wall. AJG can't get back to it, and Rogue will try to collect.
If you're a Rogue fan, you're looking at Gyro in this game 5. He needs to step up and have a monstrous result, whether it's assists, saves on the defensive end, setting up for his teammates, facilitating, whatever it might be. Gyro was the player they brought in to replace First Killer. Didn't have the greatest fall split. Team makes a couple of changes. He looks more comfortable now, but he has to have that phase-like result he had before. Shad just circling around everyone on Rogue. Rogue looking a little bit slow to meet the ball and a little bit slow on these reads.
Yeah, that's what happened, especially when Complexity get in the zone. It feels like they're very tough to break out of their speed because they're so quick, and the physical game packed on top of that will equal a goal here for Racebull. 2-0 now for Complexity.
Aqua just misses the touch. He tried to meet it through the corner, instead overshoots it, and it leaves way to an opportunity for Complexity. They're so good at closing the game down and forcing you to make small mistakes. It's one of the reasons why they consistently compete against the top 6 in North America. They have had to play through, for their entire RLCS professional career in North America, they've played through the gauntlet of top 6 teams every single weekend. They've picked up a thing or two, and now for Rogue, with misses like that from Taroko, and with a lack of offense, it's going to have to take a 3-man hit upfield consistently to beat Complexity.
Oh my.
And that might just be it! Gyro! Ba-bam!
How did Aqua get through? That's the big question. HIG was right in front of him, and surely he's got no boost. HIG just misses. He doesn't make contact. And Aqua, great job to keep his bearings there and put that one on target. And of course, Gyro there to put it home. What a play coming out from Aqua. And tough situation there for HIG to not make contact on that ball.
Complexity can lock this game down if they continue to play this 2-1 up offense they've played throughout the majority of this series. But for Rogue, escaping upfield and letting the offense flow through Aqua might be the case. Couple of missed hits, and we've seen a lot of triple commits on the goal line, Corelli. Rogue, not sure who's taking that initial defensive hit and who's going to clear the ball away. And yet again, it's left up to Aqua off respawn, have to make a play.
He spawned, went for the ball, and was immediately chased up the wall. Low boost situations for players coming off spawn. Taroko, he didn't have to respawn, but didn't have boost to pick up. Now Gyro throws it downfield again. Aqua all the way downfield, waiting for those passes from Rogue. 2 players here. Now Aqua, 1v1 situation. Can he give the tie? Oh my, what a pop from Aqua. He beat HIG to the wall. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it. Now Aqua again. It's all him. He's got all of Complexity in front of him and can't get through.
Well, this is what Aqua did really well in the closed qualifier. He's so keen on moving upfield and just creating offense by himself. He'll take the ball away from his teammates and do what needs to be done. A couple of misses. Oh God,
Whoa.
Rogue got to clear it out. This is not good defense, Rogue. Get it back to the midfield line. Complexity can't put this one away. Gyro with the redirect, but just misses. And now it's a breakaway chance. Complexity left up to Raiseball. On target, Aqua saves it. Diving to the corner, 2-1. Still up, Complexity looking for their 3rd goal.
Aqua is running laps up and down the field. He's getting the job done offensively. And then when everyone overcommitted from Rogue, he got all the way back with just a couple of pads. And keeping Rogue in this one. Now 20 seconds left. Taroko trying to make a play off his own back wall. Gets one to go. And the pinch. Gyro's taking all the boost. Here comes Rogue. The last push possibly. And they're trying to make it through the corner of Complexity. HIG takes it away. They need to put something on target. 3 seconds left. Raiseball holding on to it. Running out the clock. Complexity hanging on. As 2 go, Taroko can't get under it. And Complexity take game 5.
If you push them to a game 5, Complexity will respond. They have very rarely not shown up on Champions Field.